The Ito family's mansion covers a large area. From the outside, half of the area is planted with towering old trees. The buildings are also Japanese-style ancient wooden buildings that incorporate strong Chinese architectural elements. You can know the age at a glance. So it has been a long time. Since there is an ancient moat around the Ito family's residence, and the two bridges entering and exiting belong to private territories, Charlie parked his car on the side of the road not far away, and then braved the heavy snow and sneaked in the dark into the residence of the Ito family. At this moment, Nanako just finished soaking in the hot spring. Because today was finally looking forward to the long-awaited snowfall, and it was a heavy snowfall, Nanako swept away the haze in her heart, and she was in a particularly good mood. She asked her servant to help put her in an indescribably beautiful kimono, and then gracefully coiled up her long hair and inserted her favorite hairpin. After that, pushing the wheelchair, she came to the small courtyard to enjoy the snow with great joy. The Ito family's residence covers a large area, and there are several large and small courtyards. The courtyard where Nanako is located in the most remote and quietest. The snow fell heavily, and soon a layer of white snow fell on top of her head, and Nanako looked at the snow flying in the sky, jumping for joy like a child. After a while, she looked up at the sky and said in her heart piously, "Don't know what Master Wade is doing at this time? Don't know if it's snowing in Orus Hill now? Don't know if he will think of me." Just when Nanako looked up at the sky and missed Charlie in her heart. Charlie, who was hiding on the wall, finally saw the moving figure in the courtyard below. He bypassed the security of Ito's mansion and circled the house halfway around the fence, only then saw Nanako, who was always concerned about him. Seeing Nanako wearing a kimono with a light bun, Charlie couldn't help sighing. It is said that Nanako is a standard Yamato Nadeshiko. It is indeed no exaggeration. She is definitely the most beautiful and perfect he has ever seen a woman. However, the wheelchair under Nanako made Charlie a little bit embarrassed. She could have not participated in the final with Aoshui, and could also admit defeat and end the game early in the competition, but she had to persist to the end, which caused great physical trauma to her body. At this moment, Charlie wanted to jump in directly from the wall and meet her next to him, but when he thought of using this kind of gentleman's way, he suddenly appears in front of her. It might be a little embarrassing. If she is scared by him, how can he explain it? If she asks him why, how can he explain it? Charlie, who has always had excellent psychological quality, hesitated at this moment. At the same time, in Tokyo, hundreds of kilometers away, Matsumoto, who is hiding in the dark, is still continuing his cruel game. While letting the subordinates who held Jufei and Ziyu brothers and sisters wait for an opportunity to come and kill, he let another wave of people start a new round of planning in Tokyo. He is like the evil clown in Batman, The Dark Knight, intending to play with everyone, and then gradually divide them and kill them one by one. This time, his target was Eiki. He felt that it was just that when Jufei and Ziyu were kidnapped, they left a little trouble for their two families, and this was not enough to make the two families completely turn their faces. Therefore, he wanted to add a bloody feud between these two families. Only blood and blood will make people lose all their sanity and become extremely crazy. So, in this evening, he stretched his claws towards Eiki Takahashi, whose arms had been dismantled. Eiki is a young man in his prime. His arm injury and a cast will not affect his physical needs. And he is usually in Tokyo, and he is also well known as a young girl seeker. Many well-known actresses in Tokyo are his lovers and playthings. Some time ago, he had just made a huge sum of money to acquire Wa-Dan, the head of a popular Japanese girl group, to make her his lover. It happened that the girl group was doing a variety show on TV Tokyo today. Therefore, Eiki intends to sneak out tonight and spend the night with her. The other party is eager to establish a long-term relationship with him, and naturally she readily agrees. So, under the stimulation of hormones, Eiki scorned his father to let him stay at home and wait for the rest of the storm to pass, and quietly arranged for his subordinates to drive him out of the house and head to the most luxurious high-end club in Shibuya, Tokyo. In that high-end clubhouse, he has a fixed high-end private room all year round. It is luxuriously decorated and concealed and private. It is the home ground of his unspoken female stars all year round. A convoy of 3 Rolls-Royces took Aki to Shibuya, and Aki in the car was too excited, looking forward to the strong clouds of romance and rain of love tonight. When the convoy passed through an underground passage, a normal truck suddenly braked and hit the direction, blocking the entire road horizontally. Several black commercial vehicles drove immediately behind, blocking the 3 Rolls-Royces of the Takahashi family. The bodyguards in the leading and trailing vehicles realized that something was wrong, and they pulled out their guns to protect Aki. However, in the black business cars behind, a large group of people in black with automatic weapons suddenly jumped out. The firearms in these people's hands were all automatic rifles and mini submachine guns. The firepower was much stronger than that of the Takahashi family's bodyguards. Before the Takahashi family's bodyguards could recover, all 8 bodyguards were sifted. At this time, Aki in the Rolls-Royce in the middle was already shocked. In his car, there is only 1 driver and 1 assistant, both of whom are ordinary people, and they have no combat effectiveness at all. And the other party, not only has a large number of people, but also has extremely strong firepower, completely crushing,